4 o'clock.
Yeah. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We got a full group today. Give everybody a chance to read the minutes if you haven't. Any comments, amendments? Hearing none, anybody want to make a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, thank you. Moving on. Okay, I'm going to send it over to Laura then.
Did you guys want to talk about the summer board meeting schedule?
That would be great. That would be great, because we did talk about, yes.
If you guys have meetings over the summer or what you wanted to do.
I know last year we skipped at least one, if not two. I'm not sure if we missed July and August,
I
think
think we did the whole summer.
because I couldn't find the minutes of 2 different months, so that's why I think.
Chocolate clear.
I think she and I checked.
I think last year we said that we would take the summer off unless something required that we meet to,
Right.
and we would assemble.
I make a motion that we suspend July and August.
Second.
Okay, great. That's good. Laura, before you start, in the minutes here that we actually have to vote for the new officers. Might as well get that out of the way. We nominated last month, and now this is the actual vote. You're voting for Claire as chair, Lisa as vice chair, and Nate as clerk. Are we all in agreement with that?
Yes.
Okay. You're on.
All right. Oh, the warrant.
It's good.
Geez, that carriage house, I just noticed the sign out there, they've changed the name of the bank and all.
I
Sorry.
know it, yeah, I saw the same thing.
Here is the warrant. It has been turned in. I can bring the signatures down tomorrow. Sheila is really nice about.
No, you can't, not tomorrow.
No. Oh, not tomorrow. Friday. Friday. But she knows.
Mhm.
And she's always very, she knows.
Yeah.
So announcements, the senior solvers on June 3rd came in first place at the Bigelow Library Puzzle Contest. That was pretty exciting. We've done some training. We did some conflict resolution training. Right now the staff is still in, and I was taking place my senior center training, the program that everyone uses to sign in. We just found that there were just some questions that we had that we couldn't figure out really how it was working, and they've been really responsive. We've used them for the ride share training that we did because we have a new ride share program for the vans. And this new gentleman, Brian, who's there, is just on top of his game. So he just took us through 2 hours of training. We now can merge files, we can archive things, we can slim down, the categories that we have. We can get rid of sort of, money spent for the year. You just wipe it out and start fresh with records. Go ahead, you guys. See you later. Thank you, guys.
I'll just ask a question on that.
Yeah.
When we talk
Yes.
about is that the app that we sign into to sign up for things?
That's my active. My
Okay.
active center is you sign up there, and then my senior center is what you use to see the list of activities for the council on aging that you want to sign up
Oh,
for.
okay.
So there are two separate things. So my senior center is what's out here. and the list of activities and the name, and we can do, your picture, and we can see if there's money owed for us for anything. We can see sort of outreach calls like Deb, when we were doing it, in the month of April, she had like 100 unique interactions with seniors.
Okay,
So, I mean, those are things that we can track. So when we're asking for money, when we're doing grants, when we're going to the town and asking either for more money for a program or department or actually a staff member, we can say, according to the statistics, this staff member is talking to 100 unique seniors a month, and then duplicate seniors add an additional 50.
So
And
that's
that just,
all
it number
in-house.
helps, it's all in-house, it helps us, but it's all information that we gather from the
Yeah.
seniors and information that we pull when they sign up on my Active Center.
okay, great.
All right. For June Facebook, as of today, the last 28 days, we have 732,000 views. We've reached 11,000 and 1,900 interactions. So we're still posting, going strong, and pretty excited about that. Still waiting for the computer transition. I know they're working on it, I think, with town meeting, elections, new hires. They've got a lot on their plate. We're patiently just waiting. We have our Veterans Breakfast on Friday. We're at capacity, and we're taking signups for the September. We joined the Clinton Chamber of Commerce. This will give us access not only to businesses, resources, and it's just broadening our reach to engage with the community and be part of the community.
I'm
So,
surprised we've never heard of that.
Thought we were.
I
Yeah,
guess
we used
not.
to go to lunches.
and that's the Rotary.
Rotary,
Yeah,
yeah, she went Rotary, right.
Um, and then Clinton Area Partners is a group that meets in Clinton. It's from the school to Luck to DCF to Sunrise Assisted Living. It's just a group of people that meet, and we help each other write grants. We help each other with questions. We talk and share our activities. And so it meets quarterly. I started doing it when I was part of the Resource Center and just continued it because it's a wonderful group of people.
Yeah, good resource.
So 4 months in, I just put so much progress because I feel like it was 4 months last week, and we've just, I feel like, made a lot of changes. Everyone on the staff has stepped up and
All positive.
to do additional things, and just feel like a lot has been happening, and it's really active. We have new faces coming in. We have new people signing up for things.
Great.
A lot of sort of fresh ideas coming from the staff, and it's wonderful. So
That's excellent. Yeah.
we're going in the right
Direction.
direction, and
Yeah.
that's what
Oh,
matters.
yeah, you see it. You see the attitude. Yeah.
So I did contact Brendan Bailey and asked if we could be part of the parade next year and drive the SUV and maybe have, the volunteer of the year in there. Another
Should
sort of
that be the Memorial Day?
Memorial Parade. What did I say? The Veterans Day
Yeah.
Parade? I'm starting a new parade in town.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Veterans Day Parade. Memorial Day Parade.
Yeah,
So
okay.
he said that would be great. So we are going to try and encourage other departments to take part of it. Maybe have our staff walk, wave our volunteers, just be a part of it. Hey, we're here. So,
Okay.
we are going to send out a survey. Sherry's old office on the 3rd floor just is kind of lying dormant. So we are going to put together a survey for our senior community and see what they would like the room to be. Do we need another reading room? Do we need
Is that the room overlooking?
that's the Zumba room. So the room that's kind of almost like 3 floors up, right above the porch. That's the Zumba room. And then Sherry's office is,
Okay.
so it's almost like over the
Yeah,
far corner
yeah,
of the
yeah,
dining room.
yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's
Yeah.
probably a space with the door this big, but we could get in a couch, we could get in a chessboard, we could do a bunch of different things with it. And so instead of sort of us coming up with an idea, we want to reach out to
Yeah.
the folks that might want to use it. Like, what would you like to see that turned into? And let's
What
do
do you
it.
use in the hallway area that, and
The
that's,
It's just more of a place where people sit if they're waiting for Zumba, listening to Patrick play the piano. So the hallway's kind of almost like not dead space. It's
Right.
just space that really can't be used because you can't close it off. So it
So
is
is
that's
that,
where people go and gather and sit and talk.
is that like a waiting, like during tax season?
It's sort of like a waiting area, and that's where the door to Grady's Groceries is. So
Okay,
it's kind of where it's a space,
Sure.
but without a door and four walls, it's
Mhm.
kind of hard to do anything. But like when we have knitting on Thursday and Patrick's playing, people will come up and sort of gather there and listen to Patrick play the piano.
Is there shelving or anything in there?
As of now, no. It's just sort of four walls. It has a desk and some furniture in it and a rug, but it's all things that we can, repurpose or
I think about using it as partially as a library
yeah.
and there are so many.
Well, we could
things
take
out there.
those books and do it up, so
Yeah.
and move them up there, and even a quiet game room.
Turn it in, because right now, those are double stacked, so you don't know what's behind them.
right.
And there might be more of a flow rather than just taking what's obvious.
So I mean, perfect. I love the survey. No.
Where is it online?
It's coming. It's coming. But that was again, just engaging our community to get more ideas. The suggestion box, surveys. We got everything reset with our security. Deb's name was still on it, so now my name's on it for the call, all our code words, and he is coming back in to make sure that our cameras that are downstairs, that Donna has access on her desk and I have access on my desk, because Donna's kind of vulnerable with people walking
Sure.
in. So having the camera that she can
Mhm.
see on her desk right there, it just
Yep.
safety for her, especially in the hours when sort of 8 to 8:30 and 3:30 to 4 when we're kind of here on our own. Like the door usually is locked, but just
Mm-hmm, secure, good.
and it's good just to close loops. So the carriage house.
Yeah.
So I have a text for you. Yes, Laura. The permanent building committee approved the contract from Elite Construction to move forward with the carriage house project. The permanent building committee chair is coming to my office this afternoon to sign the document, and then we can issue a notice to proceed. So the carriage house
And the
is
date
a
of
full
that,
go
the date of that was?
today.
Okay.
Good.
So
Yay.
yeah, cool.
Long time coming.
It is, but it'll be great. So the books that were in the carriage house, the Friends of the Bigelow Library came up and picked up. They will use them for their
Oh,
book
good.
sale.
Good.
And then we came up on Friday and grabbed a lot of stuff
Great.
because they can use it to sell in their store. So and I believe I'm getting the final totals from Quinlan because the amount was split in half, but it's at least $380 that will go to the Friends of the Angels.
The
The
Angels,
Angels, not the
right.
Friends. It'll go to the Angels to give back towards the carriage house. So we ended up able to make some money, able to donate. There's still some stuff left, but it will be a lot easier. And once we get the notice to proceed and we know what the timeline is, then we can.
Have you talked to
along.
other friends at all? Yeah, you mentioned them. that's
Yes,
why.
they're coming in on June 26th, since we're hosting sort of opening up the porch for the concerts.
Yep.
They asked if they could meet on the 26th since the building will be open and come a little early and discuss how we're going to move forward,
Oh, good.
what each of us are asking sort of from each other,
Mhm.
and go forward with that. So still, yes, talking with the friends
Good.
and making requests.
So we'll have a meeting then with them?
If we want to, yeah, we can. We
No,
can definitely.
Or who will they come in to meet with?
With me, yeah. But if anyone wants to be there, I mean, you all are on the board, so
Right.
when they meet, if you want a copy of when they come in, more than happy to have you guys join in, or if you have any feedback, questions, things that it's like, well, that seemed to work, but could we try this? Send me an email. I will ask them all the questions because I want this to be as transparent as possible.
Sure.
And I know that they're excited, but I also want to make sure that you as the board are also in the same place that I
Yeah,
am.
let's get
So-
on the same page.
yeah. So any issues that you want to be addressed or questions, just let me know and I will happily get the answer and get back to you.
Okay, great.
So are you saying that's June 26th?
Yes.
What day of the week is
Is that
that?
a Thursday?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get my date.
24th is Tuesday.
It's the 24th. I'm
Okay.
off by a
Thank
day.
you.
I'm still on vacation. All right. Yes, the 24th. Thank you for the correction.
And you don't know what time yet?
Should be around 6ish, but they
Oh,
were
right before the
yeah.
oh, okay.
So they were conferring with the other members to make sure that it was still right for them. But when I spoke with Sue Duffy, that was something that she indicated to me was a time and a date
Yeah.
that would work for them, so they could be here when the center was open, because and just have somebody from the center to talk to.
Okay.
So would you mind if, for instance, I'd like to, it's gonna take me a while to get up to speed.
Mhm.
If I attended that meeting just to get a sense for it.
Absolutely. Attend anything that's here or any meeting that I go to, any meeting that we're a part of, any training, anything that you all want to be a part of. I would love to have you there because I'm learning too. So
Right.
sometimes two minds will think of something that one mind didn't. So of course, Joe, yeah,
Thank you.
anytime.
Yeah.
And that meeting is scheduled for?
Here on the 24th
On
at
the
6
24th.
o'clock.
24th.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, I might attend. Yeah, we'll see.
You said at
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yes.
Thank you.
And if anything changes, I will send a note out to the entire board. So if anyone else would like to come, they can. Happily with that. The Angels met on the 11th, and one of the projects that one of the Angels, Sue Jewett, was doing was
Oh,
the curtains in the puzzle room.
Nice
So
job.
she did an
Nice.
absolutely
Yeah.
fabulous job.
I asked
They
her
look
if she's
so
taking
nice.
orders.
She should, right? It should be a side business. She
She
did a really nice job,
Yep.
and the folks who are in there doing puzzles are already so happy with it.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
block that sun, yeah.
it's just
Go
great.
ahead.
And it matches the whole aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yep.
very simple, but just does everything it needed to do to make that.
Now,
work.
was she reimbursed for her costs?
She volunteered her time, but we reimbursed her for
Good.
her costs, and that was the deal from the beginning.
Mhm.
You know, we can
Good.
pay for the materials, but she said that she also wanted to donate her time, which was
That's
nice, and she's one of our most active volunteers.
Sure.
So that was phenomenal that she just continues to volunteer. So we've made some purchases. Oh, well, I need to do something with my reading because, so we got a toaster oven for upstairs. We got a microwave, but we returned it because it broke. And then we found another one that was in Sherry's office that she doesn't use all the time. So she brought it out. Then we got, a refrigerator for upstairs because that broke and was leaking everywhere. And then for the third floor, we purchased 2 standing AC units, and they cover a range of almost 1,000 feet, and that will cover the entire third floor so that we can have programming and utilize the third floor year round.
Yeah, because it gets hot up there.
Well, we had some air conditioners, but one kind of like, according to the staff, like sort of, I'll say it's like hung on the side and kind of leaked, and they were fine. They cooled off, but I would rather have something inside of the building than hanging outside of the building.
Mhm.
And we can use this to take care of the humidity, and in the winter the heat works fine up there. So I talked to facilities and they approved what I ordered, and we had one of our volunteers put them together and install them upstairs today. So Friday when we come back, we will be all set with the cooling on the third floor.
Okay, I'm confused.
Yes.
Bullet to, the second bullet under purchase.
I wrote it twice. I
Okay.
was excited.
That's my thing, okay.
And I had written this before I left, and then this morning I was updating it, and I'm like, oh, I have to tell them because it came, and should have just read back a little. Also in October, November, we'll have to purchase Canva software. It's one of the Microsoft Office products is sort of
Oh, yeah.
going out, and we used it for our newsletter. The newsletter, the company is migrating over to Canva, so we'll have to migrate over to Canva, and so we'll get an account. I think you can get an account up to 3 people, so it will be for Deb, Trisha, and Sherry,
Mhm.
so they can have access to the newsletter, creating the posters, the flyers that we do, and I'll just
That's an annual license thereafter. Yeah.
So we will do that. And then with our programs, the Memorial Day flag program, we're just going to keep the flags up through July 4th. We might move them closer to sort of the edging and the mulch, but we kind of like it out there. It
Yeah,
looks nice.
nice.
A
A
couple
couple
of
people
folks,
comment.
yeah,
Yeah.
have picked up their flags, and they gave them as Father's Day gifts to their children,
Oh.
which it's kind of really sweet. So we'll restart that again probably like mid-August, and I'll make sure that Brendan Bailey is involved, and so that we can do a full push and maybe go out to the VFW, the PAB, maybe see if we can get into one of the meetings and talk to them, because we're not, it's at cost, like we're not making any money. It's just something that's really
A tribute.
nice to do and a tribute to folks who served.
Mhm.
So anytime we could do that. We had a really great social with Best of Times on June 4th. They came in and talked about upcoming trips. We had people signing up, which was great. And we had a Sunday party, which was awesome.
Yeah. it
On
was.
June 7th, we hosted breakfast for the class of 1975, which was nice. They brought in some donuts. We had coffee. We got the ACs running. It was still very hot, but it was nice having them up here, and they come every year. We did our volunteer appreciation luncheon on Friday the 13th. Dave, and I say his name wrong all the time, was awarded our 10-year volunteer. Our RFK students were a 5-year volunteer for delivering Meals on Wheels. Ron Sonia was our volunteer of the year. And then Christine, what's her last name? She was our volunteer of the year. So we had a wonderful lunch that was put together by Brandy. Sherry put on a great program. Berlin Country Club was awesome to work with. It was a nice,
Very
it was a really nice luncheon. Our concerts in the park, it was of course postponed till tonight, so we'll start tonight and just opening up the porch for whoever wants to come up from our senior community and sit here, have access to facilities and to parking. We did have our SCAM presentation last week, and that was really well populated. Then the Fountain did dirty sodas for us, and they donated those. And Joe Early also gave us a donation towards lunch, which was really gracious of him.
Yeah, that was excellent. I came to that.
Yeah, the SCAM one was really, that
A
was
lot of
great.
information.
Yeah.
Kind of scary, but worth coming to.
Yeah.
Certainly scary. There's so
Yeah,
much
it really
stuff going
was.
on
It
out
was
there.
unbelievable.
And some of the things you don't even realize because they're so subtle.
Right.
And until you hear it, it's like, now I can't unhear it, but now I'll watch for it. And so that was a really successful presentation. Today is our Hampton Beach trip, and they haven't really hit any rain, which is good, just cloudy, which may be better.
Yep.
On Tuesday the 24th, we're having our grandparents' lunch, and with music of Sean Fullerton. You just need to register, but you can bring your grandkids and maybe meet some other grandparents that are up here. But you can come to lunch just to come to lunch and listen to Sean. September 10th is our Newport Playhouse. And then on, again, bounce around, I apologize, I'll clean this up. June 11th, we had the second grade class come up from Clinton Elementary School, and Polly, our garden volunteer, spent like 15-20 minutes talking to them. They walked through, they got to touch things. They were so super excited. They were so completely awesome. But those are my updates for now. Also, the 4th page is the budget numbers. I tried to spend down with the programs and miscellaneous supplies, because those are the two that we kind of don't get back, as low as I could get them. And we did pretty well. So, and we've gotten pretty much everything that the staff has asked for. We also got a new fax machine because our fax machine didn't accept, and most documents are like 14 inches,
Yes. Yeah.
and ours stopped at 10. So then you would have to take the page and go through. And I mean, our outreach coordinator is constantly,
Cut and paste.
yeah, so we can't have that. So, and that is that for me for now.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Did the one facility, we're all set?
Oh, one update with facilities. One of our gardeners, there's a tree that comes over some of the beds that
Oh,
a
okay.
branch has fallen, it's kind of dead. So I have left my card with the neighbor that abuts, and facilities has said if they will allow us, they'll cut down the part that hangs over the garden, and the town will assume the expense.
Oh, excellent.
Good.
So just waiting to hear back from the neighbor about that, and I'll catch up with him again on Friday. I'll try again.
Yeah. Does anybody have any new business they'd like to bring? I have nothing.
No, that's going very, very well.
And now, we want to go into executive session, but we have to adjourn this room.
Okay,
Well,
I move to adjourn.
I second it.
and all righty, great.
What time is it, please?
4:25.
Okay.